This is the our all-door UPS cabinet edge equation light U300, the internal architecture. So let's have a detailed look. You see that the whole system is based on the slot design, right? We absorbed this concept from the ATCA architecture, but you see that ATCA architecture fully based on backplane is too expensive for outdoor solution. So we take the good part of that, and we didn't take the backplane. So we put the backplane actually in this slot, SPP slot, to just work like a motherboard, right? So you can imagine that the whole system is like this. PWU first is the power unit, which has a UPS, smart breaker, and a surge suppressor inside. They put in one slot. And then we have a BTU called a battery unit, typically 15.8 Ah 48 volts battery there, lithium battery there, but it can be changed to be something larger or smaller. MCU is our monitoring unit. The monitoring unit is controlling the whole system's running and operation. You can see that the alarm system, anti-thief defending, cooling, and sensor all controlled by the MCU. The SPP slot is just, as I mentioned, it works like a backplane, So it's a motherboard. You can imagine that every slot will connect to this slot, and their cable, but the power cable, signal cable, all interconnected from here. So what you can see from this cabinet, you cannot see any cable with that exactly how it looks like, because the interconnection of the cable all is embedded in SPP slot. So with that way, you don't have to make the connection of the battery to the UPS and make a lot of job on the signaling, connection, these kind of things. It's like a pre-integrated cabinet. So on the side, when you receive, you just it's connected to the power, and there's a power on, it will work. So that's how we designed the system. And here is the customized space, which in typical configuration we have 6U here, but we actually can customize to make larger, smaller, depends on your request. But as we mentioned, that this part is standard and every time the same, but only the capacity can change, but the architecture is same. Here is totally changeable to adapt to customer's request. So if you have something bigger, a bigger order, 3U, you can let us know and you can put in. And if you have something smaller, 1U, we can divide the space into different kind of divisions. So that's the basic architecture of edge equation light U300.